Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Gadsden City Council meeting. I'd like to remind everyone, please make sure all cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised, our city council meetings are broadcast on Comcast Channel 99, AT&T UVerse, and the City of Gadsden YouTube channel. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Latham. Present. Councilman Smith. Here. Councilman Avery. Here. Councilman Back.
Here.
Councilman Wilson.
Here.
Councilwoman Minatra. Here. And Councilman Robinson.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Councilman Smith to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you now the humblest way we know how. Come with bowed heads and humble hearts, looking unto you, the author and the finisher of our faith. God, we know that all our blessings and favor comes from you. We need your wisdom, your guidance, your direction, even on this morning. God, we continue to pray over our city and all the citizens of our city, all those, God, who are looking for a place to keep warm. God, continue to watch over them as we continue to pray for our neighbors and fellow brothers out in California. God, we just thank you for all that you've done and all that you're doing. Lift up our mayor and this council, all the special guests that are here today. We give you every bit of the praise, the glory, and the honor. And all that agree said amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, the chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meetings held on January 7th. So moved. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of January 3rd through the 9th.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Okay, we'll go to item 7 in our agenda. We have proclamations and commendations from the mayor. I don't believe we have any proclamations or commendations, but we do have a birthday today. Thursday? We have a birthday this Thursday, and I believe it's Councilman Wilson's birthday, from what I've been told.
I appreciate the gesture. My birthday is actually today.
It's today.
And gotcha.
Well then it's
What a short today is my birthday. January the 14th has been my whole life. Never changed.
every year the
Same year, same date every year.
I'll be dog. Mine changes.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna.
Awesome.
Well, so there's no escaping the cupcakes. So
Yeah,
it's
sure.
so the mayor's office has been kind enough to present cupcakes to the council. So we will at this time have our obligatory cupcake.
Yeah. And you'll like it. Yeah. And you'll all like it.
As if I haven't. Yeah. Councilman Robinson and I were talking yesterday. It's not like we haven't gained 50 pounds from Christmas anyway.
Right.
So it's like too late to worry about it now. That's But y'all are nice to remember us on our birthdays. We had Councilman Avery
I think that was
week,
the
right?
last ones they had on the rack at Food City.
That's what I thought.
Oh man, how about
Yeah.
a green one?
One of y'all got a birthday on Thursday in the coming weeks. Is
What's
it
that?
somebody? I know I'm not crazy. I've looked ahead on my calendar.
There you go.
It's you, isn't it? You're the other
Let me see.
January.
Oh, that's good. Almost. Uh-oh, I can't get it.
It's so hard. That's why I like y'all to grab them, because I don't want my.
Got it.
All right, birthday boy, what color?
In celebration of Auburn being the #1 basketball team in the nation,
That's right.
I'll get the blue.
There you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm going for.
Yeah, we do need to sing happy birthday, don't we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're going to sing happy birthday, y'all, while we're passing out the cupcakes. We can be ambidextrous or amphibious, is that we do two things at once. So, you ready? Yes.
62.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Councilman Jason Wilson. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
War Eagle.
Cheers, War Eagle.
Councilman Wilson just did mention, we both graduated from Auburn University. For those of you that haven't heard, we're #1 in basketball in the whole United States of America.
That's right.
May not last until about 8:30 tonight because we've got to play Mississippi State, but
Yeah. Well,
you'll never know. All right. Well, thank you again, administration, for the cupcakes. We appreciate y'all thinking of us. We do have a guest with us today that we met with this morning in the Education and Recreation meeting. I would like to invite Ms. Verna Gates. She is the founder and executive director of Fresh Air Family. And y'all, this is a outstanding program that has been going on for 19 years. And Ms. Gates, welcome to the City Council meeting. Welcome to Gadsden. You come from the Birmingham area, and you have a outstanding resume. I'm going to let you talk about yourself, but I'm intrigued with your time in journalism, of course, but now for the last 19 years, you have been reaching out and helping children in a real special way. So please tell us about Fresh Air Family.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all meeting with me today and allowing me to speak today. And thanks to Gadsden Parks and Rec for bringing me here today. Yes, I worked in journalism for 35 years. I was one of the founding crew of CNN, one of the first 50 employees there, and I worked for Time Magazine and Reuters International, which is the world's largest news organization here in Alabama. And I had a good time covering lots of news stories. But one thing I learned when I was a journalist was there are a lot of people make stupid mistakes. And I think there's a lot of times you can just, if people thought things through, and one of the goals we have in our program with Fresh Air Family is that we want to teach children how to think critically. Because if you can change a couple of decisions that kids make in their lifetime, you can change everything. And they prosper, their family prospers, and your community prospers. We all do better when everybody does better, makes good decisions in their life. And that's why we created, and please don't laugh at me, it's called Gross Out Camp. I didn't think the children would sign up for science and math camp. And it's basically hands-on field biology. We're outside all day long. They're in the creeks, they're in the woods, just like the greatest generation. And I did the research on it, and that's what really does develop the minds of children, is being outside and allowed to explore their world in a safe environment. And we hire a lot of experts to teach us. We have several PhDs who work for me. We'll be looking for an excellent instructor for this area. We're talking about having 10 of our camps. And our camps are small because that's a perfect class size. We have 20 kids. We'll have 2 kids who will be what we call counselors in training, a little bit older. We'll have a camp director and 2 camp counselors for those 20 children. And we like to do some science experiments. We're in the creeks, we're fishing, we're in the woods, we're digging for worms, we're looking for salamanders, we're hunting down crawdads, and all the things that children should do. And our program is a little bit different from most programs. We have a plan, not a schedule, and that's what that means is if your child finds a salamander, we're not going to say, put that thing down, honey. We got to go do crafts. We're going to stay with it as long as the children are interested in it. It's a program. It's a concept called unschooling. You teach children what they're interested in while they're interested in it. And we're really excited about bringing this program to Gadsden. We've been looking at several good places that we can hold it, and we're hoping to have all year, 10 weeks of summer to bring out the kids. And one thing our policy is that we never turn a child away because of money. Last summer, we gave out $62,000 in scholarship financial aid money for children who couldn't afford to come, because we want all children to have access to this. And we also run all day long. We have an 8 to 6. You know, it's 9 to 5 with an option of 8 to 6, because we cater to working people who we found that a lot of people are really desperate in a way for quality child care while they go to work, and we will take care of their children. So far, 2 stitches in 19 years is all we've had. That's because they fell in the creek. But we are so excited about coming and joining Gadsden and partnering with y'all in the community to bring this program to y'all. Last summer we had 72 summer camps in 26 locations. We're happy to have number 27 right here that we're looking forward to working with y'all on, and we'd love to spread the word around your community that this is going to be offered to the children around here, all children. We'd like to have them come, and once we just get established in places, we can offer also school field trips and after-school programs, and we even have Vacation Bible School version of this. So there's lots of opportunities we'd like to work with y'all on, and I'm very excited about the opportunity y'all are going to give us.
Well, that's outstanding, and I know you've unpacked a lot right there very quickly. But that was the history of your program speaks for itself. If you're doing it 19 years, that means it's successful, and you're growing. And I think the summertime is crucial for parents. They're looking for places for their children to go. But I love kind of going back in time to where, when I was a kid, I'd leave at 8 o'clock or whatever on my bike and come back when the street light came on, and I was dirty,
Oh, yeah.
And
We guarantee tired, dirty children, parents love me. And absolutely no screens at all day long. And they don't really miss it. I've learned over we had 1,200 children in our program last summer, that kids, once they get in the creek, it's just as much fun as it ever was when cave children got in there. Matt, his children, he was telling me that his children were like, "You're here? No, we're ready. We were still in the creek. We've got another 30 minutes, please." They don't want to get out. You have to kind of drag them out when it's time to go. And the tired, dirty children children need to get a little dirty. Our immune systems are not correct without a little bit of dirt in the here and there, and we've had a lot of interesting. And we had one time, I'll tell one story. We had a camp that kind of had a creek that kind of overran a little bit, Tom, and he was sitting in a mud puddle, little boy, and he was filthy. I mean, he had mud in his hair and his face. And his mother came by and she says, "You're filthy. You're not coming home with me." I'm like, going, "We're not keeping him." But anyway, he was trailing behind his mother and said, "Mom, you sent me to gross out camp. What'd you think was going to happen?" And so kids really do love getting out and getting in nature. It's really their natural habitat, and we run at a child's pace. We're not rushing through. There's not a schedule. You've got to do this at 10 and 11. If you want to spend all day in the creek and we're still learning, that's what we're going to do. And we teach fishing in kind of the hook fin style, that you find your own stick and tackle it up. And if we're really got some time, you can dig your own worms. So we love to get them out there. It's good for them. And we're glad to be expanding the program. Actually, one of our problems is accommodating all the folks who want it, but we picked y'all first, and we're looking forward to working with you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any other council members have any questions? All right. Well, Ms. Gates, thank you for coming here today. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you, and we're going to have some fun.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I believe that is for the Section 7, proclamations and commendations and recognizing special guests. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to move on to Section 8, unfinished business. We have none today. So we'll move to Section 9. This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution revoking alcoholic beverage license for South 11th Package Store, LLC, located at 1405 South 11th Street in District 5. The owner has failed to remit the required liquor tax, and this constitutes grounds for revocation of the license granted by the city. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Yes, sir. If you come to the podium and identify yourself and give us your address, please, for our records.
My name's Curtis Thale. I live down there. I call it the Flatwoods. It never should have been the license to give to them. They wasn't equipped for the situation. The business does not run right. Half the time they're not showing up, and there's a lot of people running the streets nowadays, especially in District 5. In fact, I had an incident last night concerning with liquor. My wife and dog went crazy, and my wife told me there's a girl at the door, and it wedged in between the storm door and door. And I looked down, and I went, she was barefooted, drunk as a skunk. And I opened the door and I said, "What's going on?" Says, "There's some people trying to kill me." Well, I smelt the liquor and stuff, and I got my gun out, called the police department, and they responded well, and y'all should be proud about that. The officers that showed up, they were real great about it, but still about where that liquor store is at is in the wrong location. And I don't think South Gadsden can handle a liquor store. I believe they can go to the Zippy Mart or go down to the state store on 77 just as easy to get their liquor or whatever they need. But I don't think that's the place for liquor right in that area there, because the kids sit and watch, and I watch them too, and they pay people to go in the store to buy their liquor. Now, that's the truth. Down there at that Zippy Mart, I always call it the Zippy Mart down there, it's a whole different world on South 11th Street. At that mart right there. It's people I've never seen before. And I've lived down there all my life. I'm 72, and I go, who in the world is this? But it's getting to be bad. And that shelter over there is supposed to help the homeless and stuff they put over there. I talked to the mayor about this. And he said, well, I understand it shouldn't be there. But it's there, and buddy, you ought to see it's a show, a complete show when it comes around 4:30 to 8 o'clock at night. And this cold weather, it was a bigger show. And I talked to the chief here about the situation and stuff, but I drink. I drink real whiskey, I drink beer and everything myself, but there's a time and a place and where you put it, have it at, and in that area there, not too cool. That's all I got to say.
Well, thank you, Mr. Fales. Appreciate your comments. Anyone else wish to speak in opposition to the resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? All right, the chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, Mr. President, I'll just, for the public clarification, this location is actually already shut down. The owners were incorrect in assuming that they could just maintain the license and transfer it to another address if they wanted to open up somewhere else. That's not the way it works in the city of Gadsden. So for that purpose, we're actually revoking this license. They did meet all the qualifications for locating there, the zoning and whatnot, when they initially applied for it. But now that they have ceased operations and there was some issues with their timely payment of liquor tax and sales tax, I believe, this is really just formality to make sure they're not able to use this to continue to purchase alcohol from the ABC store despite not having a retail storefront.
All right, thank you for that. Any others? All right, well, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, item 10 is a resolution appointing member to Gadsden Land Bank Authority. This appoints Amy LeCount to complete the term of Brett Johnson for a term expiring on June 14th, 2026. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 11 is for new business. I don't believe we have any new business today.
No, sir, I don't.
So we will go to department reports, committees, boards. Do we have any of those with us this morning? All right, seeing none, then we'll move to remarks by the mayor and council. Is there anybody from administration that needs to share anything on the mayor's behalf? I see that. All right, we'll go to District 1. Have nothing. Councilwoman Latham. All right, thank you. Councilman Smith.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to thank the mayor and council. and the mayor's staff, all that you guys did on last week with all the ice and snow, on all the information that was sent out. We really appreciate that. Just making sure all the citizens were safe and a quick response to getting the streets open and drivable. So just could everybody continue to stay warm and stay safe. I want to thank Ms. Gates for being with us this morning as well as during our 11 o'clock meeting today. That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Avery.
Mr. President, want to first send warm prayers out to Coach Baker and his family as he hopefully recover and get well here soon. So keep his family in prayers for all of those that are familiar with Coach Baker. WMGJ MLK Day celebration is January the 20th, 2025 at 6 p.m. and this will be at Fellowship Baptist Church at 807 Avenue C. The guest speaker is Mr. Robert Stewart, who is Alabama State Senator. So all those are welcome. It is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's a free program. If it's not, I will come back and correct myself. But as of right now, again, the date is January the 20th at 6 p.m. Fellowship Baptist Church, 807 Avenue C. I want to give a huge congratulations and shout out to Gadsden City Middle School 8th grade basketball boys and their 7th grade basketball boys. The 8th grade finished undefeated in their regular season. And so I want to give a big shout out to those guys for their hard work and effort as they get ready to transition from middle school to high school. And a big shout out to Coach Sam Smith for his efforts in coaching those young men and doing so well. Another congratulations to C.A. Donahue on their ranking with improvements with the Department of Education and all of the things that they're doing to improve their scores and those things that they're doing with the students. Great efforts on the teachers' behalf as well as administrative behalf there. Sad occasion in District 3 with one of the closing of a 64-year-old business in our community, and that's the closing of H.M. Freeman. We want to give a big shout out to that family, Jason Burns and that crew. Mr. Freeman, very good man that I can remember in my time of knowing him. Being two different political viewpoints, he was always supportive and a listening ear, and so he was one of those encouraging persons against two different viewpoints. But again, we was able to have great dialogue, and that was one of my encouraging persons in my memory that urged me to run for city councilman. Huge shout out to that family for lending us that business for this long in our community. We wishing them greater heights as they either go on in retirement or move on to something else. Last but not least, Councilman Wilson, happy birthday. You shared with three great people in my life, and one is Adrienne Williams. Today is her birthday. My sister, Letitia, happy birthday, and then the future Miss Avery, doctor, or the future Dr. Avery. She's already Miss Avery for 11 plus years. My wife, want to say happy birthday to all of you on this wonderful January the 14th day. So hope you enjoy. Wishing so much success to you and blessings upon you. Thank you.
Thank you. Birthday guy, Councilman Wilson.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Thank you to the mayor's office for the cupcakes. They're always delicious. I don't have much to say other than, again, congratulations to my Auburn Tigers. For only the second time in our program's history, we are the #1 basketball team in the country. We will revel in that for as long as it lasts, maybe just a matter of days, but we'll take it. Also, congratulations to Miss Alabama, Abby Stockard, who was just named Miss America. She is the fourth Miss Alabama to ever be named Miss America. That just happened this week, so that's pretty cool. And side note, my neighbor Miss Kelly Jones Carr, who's former Miss Alabama, was there as part of her support staff at the competition, when she was named the winner. So exciting time for everybody, and really, really neat. A great honor for all Alabamians to be able to put a feather in their cap over. That's just something that just brings a smile to your face, So congratulations to Miss Abby Stockard. And by note, she is currently pursuing her nursing degree at Auburn University.
That's great. Thank you. Councilwoman Minatra.
Well, just thoughts for our weather situation. Early next week, we are going to have, again, some tough temperatures in the teens. So remember the people around you, and I would also add the care for animals. We have had reports of animals in our neighborhoods that perhaps have been left outside, and these temperatures at the beginning of next week are going to be tougher than what we saw last Friday. So just be mindful and take a look at the weather as it comes. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilman Robinson.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. Just a happy birthday to Mr. Wilson there, Mr. Councilman Wilson. I'll get you some lunch today, and it won't be because we normally swap lunches week to week, and you paid last week, so I owe you 2 weeks in a row. So I'll get you birthday lunch this week, and then I'll pick my skip lunch up next week. So I just want to let you know I'm not trying to get out, not trying to get you anywhere. Happy birthday.
That's great. All right. Well, we've had a good day here today, y'all. There's a lot of good things happening. I want to thank our Public Works crew and the entire administrative staff. They were up all night a few nights ago when the weather was turning really cold and it snowed, and it was kind of snow I like. It's a couple inches maybe, and then the next day or so it goes away, and so that beats having a bunch of ice that we can't leave our homes or anything. But big thanks to our Public Works, clearing roads and making things happen in that regard. I know there was a lot of work done, a lot of activity I saw on social media with our first of its kind snowplow, and I'll piggyback on Michael Rogers' explanation. What the city did is that the city bought a dump truck, and then the city bought an attachment that you see is an orange snowplow. And then in the back of the bed of that truck is the spreader that'll spread the chemicals, whatever it is that we're putting out on the road. So when it's not going to be snow, which only happens, maybe once a year, those will be unattached from that truck, and then we have a dump truck that'll be used in the Public Works Department. So I wanted to clarify that. There'd been some discussion on social media of why did we buy a snowplow truck and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're going to use it maybe once every 5 years, which that's a fair question. So I think a good explanation is what Michael offered, and so we do have that's an attachment. It's not just a truck that can only be used when it snows. So, but I think it served its purpose well and cleared our streets and made it safe. And I think Councilwoman Latham has an announcement.
Yes, I apologize for
That's okay.
Having to come back. This coming weekend, Friday, January the 17th, the Unity in the Community MLK Day Parade will be held. Lineup will begin at noon in the YMCA parking lot. Again, that is Friday, January the 17th at 1 o'clock. The public is encouraged to participate. If you wish to be in the parade, contact Ms. C. Curry at 256-467-3780. Again, that is 256-467-3780. And that is this coming Friday, January the 17th at 1 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. I also want to offer another point of clarification. We're seeing some paving done in the city of Gadsden, and so every now and then, when you pave, it's a big mobilization of equipment, and it costs the paving company a lot of money, which costs the taxpayers we're paying for it to get the equipment to that street or that side of town. And oftentimes they might have some material left over, and so at the discretion of the engineering department, you might see like a quarter of a mile of a street paved. and you're wondering why did that quarter of a mile, maybe there's 2 or 3 houses. Well, the answer is because that street's going to have to be paved sooner or later. It's better use of taxpayer money to go ahead and pave that small street, or short street rather, while the equipment is already there, as opposed to moving all that equipment just to pave one small stretch of road. So it's just a judgment call, and it happens, not every time, but it'll happen from time to time. So if anybody sees that, and you have and again, that's a very valid question. Why did we pave a real short street? It's because all of the equipment was there. And it's just a good use of the money while the equipment's already there, just to go ahead and pave that. So appreciate those questions that are out there. Hopefully that'll clear some of that up. And if anybody has any questions like that, please feel free to call City Hall, call the administration, call your council person, and we would love to answer those questions for you. And it's not that hard for us to find the answer. And I think all of us are very willing to do that. So a lot of activity going, and so there should be questions, and we welcome those. So hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you back here next Tuesday. Thanks.